Hi there. I want to share with you a dream I had recently. I think it's quite interesting because I dreamt about coronavirus. Um, it can be interesting from two perspectives. Sometimes we have collective information in dreams. Sometimes it's something individual about us. Um, so here's the dream. I'm really curious what you're going to think about this one. There was Corona, and she was a lady. She had long nails, blue greenish in like long like this, like that. And she was reaching her hands toward me like this. And she was in the space. She was a little bit below me and reaching, like she was sinking, falling down as far as I can remember. And her nails were trying to grab me. I didn't want her. I pushed her away immediately. And I woke up. I kind of woke up. I mean, not exactly. So, some of you know this feeling um, when you have a consciousness, you move yourself, you are getting up, but then your body lays down in bed and you realize that your body is sleeping, but your consciousness, and some people call it astral body, is awake. So I had this kind of sort of state in between. Let's not define that yet. You want to define that for me, maybe. Um, so I was in another sort of state of consciousness, let's say, and somebody bent over me to my left side, and it was someone who felt like a man in the hood, a monk. I didn't see his face, and he was bending over me, very close to me. So then I realized I am still sleeping, my body's still sleeping, but I don't like it at all. So I decided to wake up this time. And from when you are in this sort of state, it's kind of hard. You really have to use your intention to wake up. So I waved my hand through him, and he disappeared like a dust, like a sand. And eventually I really woke up. So that was the dream. I wonder what you think about it. I'm very curious. Let me know. I tried to introduce that dream to process oriented forum yesterday, and it's interesting approach they gave me. Um, that maybe it's me who wants to reach out and connect with people because we are in the state of being isolated right now. Um, but I'm not quite agreeing with that because what if just, if you work with dreams, you are working with a different realities. So you are trying not to be judgmental and not to judge something is bad, dangerous, wrong, but you try to dream up the figure from your dreams and see what good qualities can be that, even though at first it seems to be dangerous, life-threatening. So corona, as we all are, or we all learned, is not something that we want to get encounter with. But if we just go into this dreaming up process, and I try to become that lady for a while and reaching out my hands, then what if the corona or the energy or some sort of figure or a ghost role wants to reach out to ask for something? What if there is another message of that? Just the thought. um, because we are in fear, and we actually, even though we miss social contact, we want to isolate ourselves. There is a part within us on those, subconscious level. We are in the fear. We are staying away from one from another. I mean, there are those who don't, but basically, a lot we pay attention to that. We are not so easy to approach people, and I don't know what's going to happen next, but I think this fear already exists within us. Um, I tried to follow the process-oriented psychology exercise yesterday and work on that dream by myself, and they did good tutorials. I'm really, really glad about that. And I had also the, every time you have this process, and I suggest you try yourself so you may discover something interesting. And every input is important because then we gain more psychological, maybe spiritual knowledge about what's happening. So we have different perspectives, and we can connect them all and understand what's happening to us and how best we can respond to it. So when I was working on that dream, following the tips and becoming the figure, becoming what happens from different sides, I found myself spinning to the left side. And why I was in the center with myself, I thought I won't be able to spin for such a long time, but it was kind of keep on going. It was very much everything was connected. I felt like part of what's happening. It's a natural thing. It's a connection, and we are gaining through. And now, please, you don't have to agree with me. And it's just a process. It's not something I claim to be true. Absolutely not. It's just what came, sort of a message from this particular process, that the viruses exist within us. And I felt this particular thing, like I am the virus. I became the virus for a second to dream up the energy behind that. And it was sort of at the same time, it can make people sick, but also it can change something within the structure of human body, whether on DNA level, I don't know, and make us more immune. So we are gaining immunity through what's happening right now. That was sort of a message. And please do not agree with me. I know that it may sound maybe shocking for a lot of you, but it was just dreaming up how you can find the good qualities in what's happening and what can help you through the fear, because I also have a lot of fear considering what's happening right now. It affects me on a different levels. And as you see, I'm dreaming that. But I'm just wondering if we could a little bit more go into our personal process and discover how we can push through that fear. Some of the people claim that we should expose, those of us who have maybe are more immune, should expose ourselves to it, so we gain immunity for it. But even though we don't know what's the ultimate true and what's happening, there is a lot of opposite information, and it's rotating right now. A lot of things happening, and what we have ourselves, so we can definitely see how it affects us and what makes us scared and what is possible, and just having this open mind, what if. So that was my approach. I wish I could finish that process of working on that dream, because of course I don't have the 100% objectivity here. I don't know what is the information, what it means for me. And does it also mean something for me, or does it mean also something in terms of collectiveness? So I'm looking forward to hear your thoughts. Have a lovely, prosperous day.